Hi, I'm Provoked Prawn, and this is Prey, and in this video I'll be dealing with the Cook's Request, which is an objective where you find your way into the crew's quarters and you defeat all the aliens around there, and then you get to talk to the chef who's hiding behind this grating in the kitchen. He's locked himself in there and you can't get in there otherwise without his help. You talk to him once you've completed killing all the baddies around, and you will then find he'll give you a key and ask you to go to his room to get him something from his room. Now, the reason I'm doing a video on this is, turns out there are multiple ways to do this mission and multiple results, so it's good to know before you start. You should be warned that there are spoilers coming up, so watch out for those. Basically, once you've cleared out the area of aliens and possessed humans, you can then talk to the chef and he'll give you the key to his room. Once you grab the key, then run off to his room. I'll split this bit up because it's a bit boring, but you basically go back towards the crew quarters if you haven't already been through that way. It's down here, and then his room is on the left. It's clearly marked. It's right at the end of the corridor. And you go in there and grab the award that he wants you to bring back to him. Loot, loot, loot. Get all the good stuff. Quickly note here that I hacked into his computer, which is also worth doing, and it's worth getting the hacking ability. The hacking ability and the leverage ability are definitely worthwhile because they help you get into places. More on that in a minute, but you only require hacking level 1 to get into that computer. Some of the other areas require higher level. So now I've got what he wanted. You can go back to him and talk to him about it and give him what he wants. Once you've done that, you can then access the kitchen area, and you can see from just looking through the window there's a few interesting things in there, including a fabrication machine and a load of other bits that you can pick up. So he lets you in there, you grab all the stuff, and then we find we've got another mission to do because there's a broken regulator on the floor. If you talk to him, he tells you that if you fix the broken regulator for him, he'll let you into the freezer. Now, the mission objectives say that in order to do that you have to go to the greenhouse to get the part to fix the regulator, but it actually turns out if you've got the spare parts and the ability to repair, which is another skill that's worth getting, you can repair that straight away. So I repaired that, but then I realised I don't even need him anyway. I can just bypass the door by hacking because I've got level 4 hacking unlocked, which is definitely worth doing because it gives you access to things. So I carried out the hacking, finish this off and open the door to the freezer because he says there's some interesting things behind there. So I open up the freezer, succeeded in the hacking, only to find that cancelled the mission and said that the objective was failed. Now, being a bit of an OCD gamer, I didn't like the idea of failing the objective before I'd even started it. So quick save luckily saved me. Worth quick saving a lot in this game, by the way. So then I just quick loaded again to back before I'd hacked the door. And carried on as before. So insert the regulator which I'd fixed without needing to go to the greenhouse and talk to him. He then gives you access to the room. So you get the access code and he lets you in. Only it's a trap because the guy that says he's the chef isn't actually the chef. And you find that out anyway when you go into his room and hack the computer, because you get to listen to the audio recording. If I'd been paying more attention, then I would have noticed. But basically, he's an imposter. And if you complete one of the other quests, which you'll see in a minute, you get to talk to someone else who warns you about this and tells you not to let him off the station. But here he's knocked us out, but we recover anyway with our spacesuit on. And you can see it's worth getting in this room, whether you do it with the hacking or through the proper technique. In here there's quite a few different things in the room, and then there's also a new weapon in one of the other rooms in this freezer. You'll see I took the turret in with me because he told us that there was aliens in there that would want to attack us, but they're actually all dead already. Possessed people are already dead. Here's another reason why you need leverage, because if you do carry out that way, you need leverage to move the ice to get out of the way to open the maintenance vent to be able to escape from the freezer area. So it's worth having these different skill sets. And you can see in here we get a new weapon as well, which I hadn't come across yet until this point, and I don't have the fabrication plans for. So the Q-beam gun is then available in this freezer, so whether you're going to hack your way in or carry out the objective and get it this way. The only thing to bear in mind is the chef has now escaped, and now I've got to catch and kill him. So perhaps it's easier if you kill him earlier on. I haven't tried that, but it might be worth a go. Depends how you want to do it. But it just shows there are multiple ways of doing this mission. So now I've managed to escape from there. It's also worth noting that he's put a recycling charge on the door, so if you try and open it, it will kill you. But you can disarm it and then take that recycling charge, which is handy. Out of the freezer area, he starts to talk to you. Now, if you go into the pool area, where you've read the message from one of the other people, got the audio recording, tells you to go to this back window and knock on it. So you then do that, but that's not terribly easy because there's a telekinetic alien inside that needs dealing with, and they take a lot of damage, and they deal a lot of damage as well, so you need to make sure you've got some good weaponry. So the Q-beam is worth having. Tap on the window with the gun or the spanner a few times and you'll get the person come around and talk to you. Spoilers here, although I probably spoiled it all for you already.
Morgan? If you're here, then Abby didn't make it, did she? I don't... Nothing more that I can do for you right now. But look, be careful. There's someone else in crew quarters pretending to be the cook. His tracking bracelet's from Psychotronics, but the ID doesn't make any sense. I think he's the one that killed Abby. If you can, make sure he doesn't get off the station. I'll see what else I can do to help from out here. For as long as I can. Goodbye, Morgan.